Hello again, Lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got tonight is a Reece 11-pin Dimple LOTO lock. It's not your average LOTO lock, so it's got a dual Bible, or it's got a triple Bible actually. There are 3 Bibles in this. Only 10 of the 11 pins need to be picked to get it open. They're on opposing Bibles, so you've got upper pins and lower pins. And then you've got a Bible in from the side with an additional check pin, we'll call it. It could be for key control. I'm not sure what purpose it serves, but when the core's fully rotated, it does lock the core. But you can't turn the core any further. This housing won't allow that. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. It's that's the, zoom in on that. That's the cutout in the key where the additional pin goes. Again, I'm not sure what purpose it really solves. There's only, obviously there's a, put the key either way up, so it's got a cutout on each side. And those are your 2 rows of 5 pins, top and bottom. Good variation in the bitting, although for Dimple doesn't make a great deal of difference. There are no security pins in this, they're all standards. It gives pretty poor feedback when you pick it. And it only really starts talking to you as you get the majority of the pin sets and you start feeling a little bit of core control. And eventually it gives and pops open. Originally, I had a lot of trouble picking these. I've got another one, this yellow one here. This has sat in my naughty box for an awfully long time because I couldn't get it open. This one I opened reasonably early on and then could never repeat getting it open. And more recently, I've been practicing a Carver 20, and some advice I got was use high tension and a picking tip that won't bend, well, won't bend much. So I ended up making this particular flag out of an ejector pin. It's not a thing of beauty, let's be honest, but it is robust and it doesn't bend much. And I tried it on here and got the lock straight open. And it turns out that both of these want really quite high tension, and doing that makes the pins bind better. They pop into place. You do have to put quite a lot of rotational force on with the pick, but again, because it doesn't bend too much, that works. It's a 40mm padlock, quite a thick one. If you compare it to an 1100, it's quite a bit thicker. It's actually a really nice format lock. It's got a dead core, and it's made for, the core itself is quite small, so it's actually mostly aluminium. That it's quite a chunky thing. Anyway, it's a jolly pretty lock, and I think we ought to get it picked, and we'll gut it as far as we can. So I can show you the core housing. Can't take that apart without destroying it, and I'm not going to do that because I like this lock too much. So I'm going to give it set up and advice. We'll get it focused, and we'll get it open. I'll see you in a moment. Right then, let's get this picked and gutted. Really quite robust tension. And take it slow. Really not much feedback early on. It's only as you get a few more pins set does it start giving you things like that core rotation. Here we go. That is open. That's actually, for this lock, that is a surprisingly good time. Quite hard work. And very little feedback, but it does need really quite a lot of tension. Right, let's pop this open. It's the slots for the 3 Bibles. And here's the core. So these are the 2 5-pin slots. You can't gut this anymore. That would be destructive, and I'm not going to do that. And there is the, call it the indexing pin or the key control pin. I really don't know what that's for, but it seems to serve no purpose in this lock. It doesn't prevent it being picked. You don't need to pick the pin. You can't turn the core any further in that direction, especially in that housing. It does actually, right, okay, so I've got the bottom key pins depressed, and I think it is stopping the core from going any further past this point. So yeah, it's definitely stopping it going any further open than that. So it would stop a 360, but like I said, this core in this housing doesn't allow that, and I don't think I've ever seen this core in any other kind of lock implementation. So, you know, what purpose does that serve? If anyone knows, answers in the comments, please. But there you go. Let's lock back up again and check that all works. Yeah. That said, if the key's in and that was blocking the core, should continue to turn, but no, it doesn't. So I don't know, maybe it's just used as a core stop. Maybe that's what its purpose serves. It's an oddity anyway. There you go. 10-pin, 2 5-pin Bibles, the Reece Dimple. Really quite a tricky pick. All right. Well, that's it for that. Hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy your picking. Cheers.